Examples. Without using the square root button on the calculator, find the square root of 213,444 if you are told that this is a perfect square. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. So I would do a prime factorization here, and I'm coming up with the number 213,442, which is 2 squared times 3 squared times 7 squared times 11 squared. This is all multiplication, no additional subtraction. So a 2, a 3, a 5, and a single 11 come out. That gives you 462. And now as a check, 462 squared should be 213,444. So don't tell me you can't do this. Prime factorization, if it's a perfect square. How about 7 times 2 cubed, a squared, b to the 5. 7, 2 cubed is 2 squared times 2, a squared, b to the 5 is b to the 4, b to the 2 to the power 2 is b to the 4 times a b. This 2 and that b remain under the square root. This 2 times 2 comes out as a 2. This a times a as an a. This b squared times b squared as a b squared. Or you get 14ab squared times the square root of 2b. Now this one is tricky. I said be careful when you have plus or minus. But the plus is part of all of this. This is one number which is multiplied by itself. So you have x plus 3 times x plus 3, which comes out as a single x plus 3. Again, I'm assuming this is not a negative number. The 98 is 2 times 49, 2 times 7 times 7. So the 7 comes out, the x plus 3 comes out, and the 2 remains under the square root sign. Again, I'm assuming that this x is greater than or at least equal to negative 3, so that this is not a negative number. Otherwise, just put absolute values here. Example 4. Simplify the following. 45, that should be just 3 squared, not 3 cubed. That's a misprint. So 45 is 9 times 5, and 3 times 3 comes out as a 3. Remember, that's only 3 times 3, not 3 cubed. And the 5 remains under the square root sign. So the opposite of 15, square root of 5. Now this one is interesting. If you remember from factoring that a squared plus 2ab plus b squared is a perfect square, then you get a plus b times a plus b, which comes out as a single a plus b. I'll put it in absolute value. Unless I guarantee that this is not negative, then I could keep parentheses. And the a squared, that is outside, so just leave it there. 0.09 is 0.3 squared. Therefore, it comes out as 0.3.